really great past 2 days for us. We just finished practice. I felt like the team is locked in, understands what we need to do to continue to take steps forward. There were a lot of things that I was happy about versus in our first outing, and we expect to be challenged at A&M. It's going to be an environment that we're not used to. I think they have a great facility. It's not too big, but it's not too small. And they have a Power 5 team coming in, which is not normal for HBCUs. So I expect it to be fully packed, and it's going to give us a great challenge, which in game 2 we need.
Got 2 out of the next 3, and then obviously you go away around Thanksgiving.
Yep.
What do these early road games do for a roster where you kind of have some unknowns?
Yeah, exactly. It's great for me. It's a discovery phase. I get to find out what's what are some things I like about this group, what are some things we need to improve on. And also, expect me to maybe change the lineups up, kind of see. We are probably from a depth standpoint where I feel like they can start. I feel like we have about 7 players that can start, and so that gives me freedom to make changes and kind of see which group is going to give us the best start. I don't think we've been having great starts, so it's something that I've been thinking about a lot. But the road games have always been good for us. We embrace it just in case we have to go on the road and shock someone. And you got to win road games in conference play. So it's just giving us this opportunity to see what that environment feels like.
Is this group further along than you expected, right on track? Where would you say things are?
Well, right on track, because I have 9 new players and we look like it's 9 new players to me, which is interesting because everyone talked about the talent. And for me, it's not about talent. We have the talent, but it's about cohesiveness and finding out their strengths and weaknesses. And some of it I won't really know until we're put in an environment. So when we schedule, one of the things we focus on doing was putting ourselves in particular environments that we felt like would really push us so that we can, and expose us so we can kind of see what we need to work on before January.
Do you like the shooting you saw on Monday morning?
Yeah, I know a lot of people were surprised that we took 30 shots, 30 threes, but that's because I have people that can make threes. Before, I didn't necessarily have it. So it's, I think coaching has a lot to do with adjusting with what you have. So before, we would only shoot 13 threes, and then we ended up making 13 threes because we can shoot the ball. So, and it is a higher percentage shot. It's just that we weren't blessed to have that, and now we are. So as long as they take good shots, I'm fine with it. I don't know that we'll always shoot 33s, but the way they defended us, it just created that and made that happen for us.
You brought up the cohesiveness part of it. Is that just time, or is it
Yeah.
stuff off the court? Like, how does cohesiveness happen?
I think we just have to play games. I think we have to play games, and that's why we schedule 15. We need all 15 of them. We need to play games. We practice, but the thing about practice is I could blow the whistle, I could correct it right on spot, but in games I can't save them. The first game, I never called a timeout. Not one time I felt like I needed to call a timeout because right now we're still trying to get in shape. So game shape. And so these are things that the game allows it to have versus practice. And I think it's going to be great for us in the long run, for sure.
Like you said, you didn't call timeouts last year. You didn't do that. Some said it was more of a letting them play through it.
Yeah.
You feel like you've got a group that can do that again this year, Ty?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the media timeouts help. And so we do get that little break. And I do believe that they need to play through it. And when I feel like we need to call a time, I need to call one, I'll call one. It's just hadn't really crossed my mind just because I'm frequently subbing. People are fresh, and we had the lead for the most part of the game. So I never felt like in that particular game I needed to call a timeout. But if we go to Alabama A&M and go down 10, I may call one, just to get the regroup, the women, for sure. I think Sasha,
She got a
Raise
question?
your hand.
Sasha?
do you have
I
any?
have a couple of,
Oh,
I got a couple of questions, Coach.
hey,
Questions, we don't get to talk as much.
sure.
But your game tomorrow is against your really, really good friend. How do you put aside the friendship to be, I know both of you are
Yeah.
real competitors, but how do you put aside the friendship and just focus on the game? That's the first question.
Yeah, easily, because she been talking smack the whole time. She came down to the Bahamas with me this past summer, and hung out for at least like 4 days, and we had a blast. But even when she was in the Bahamas, she was telling my mom how she was gonna whoop us and stuff like that. So we're both competitive. We respect the game, and I wanted to go there and do this for her. I thought it was important for us to show up and in those spaces. So we're excited about it. It's going to be competitive, like you said. It's going to be a fun one.
First time in 2 years, you're not coming to the Bahamas, you're really disappointed.
Yeah.
Just talk to me a little bit about the schedule.
Yeah.
For the team, I know it's still an aggressive schedule, the first time in 2 years that we won't get to see you in person, but talk to me a little bit about the schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it's time for the Bahamas to come over here and see how we get down in Mississippi. Uh, First of all, we always enjoy coming home, of course. At one point, my players felt like they were part Bahamian, but there was a great tournament in Daytona, and we were excited about playing two quality opponents. Like you said, we did schedule pretty tough with defending champions. Norfolk was one, Southern is one, George Mason won their defending championship team, and then a lot of P4 schools that we have on the schedule. So in neutral sites away, and then obviously Notre Dame at home. So we've kind of just put ourselves in a situation to play against a bunch of different styles and kind of see where we are. We're not afraid to compete. We're not afraid to be exposed. I think that's what the non-conference is for, because when we get in conference play, you have to be ready. And I'd rather know what I'm going into conference play with than not.
All right, just final two questions for you, Coach. Have you had a chance to see AJ Story? I know he's not
Yeah.
in the men's basketball team. It seems as if Ole Miss is trying to keep some Bahamian position that we
Right.
have Rima on the women's side. Now we have AJ Story.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to see him or talk to him? As well as we would love your thoughts on what DJ Edgecombe is doing in the NBA, if you could.
Yeah, I mean AJ. Yeah, I see him all the time. He supports our program a lot. I probably see him, a couple times a week. He's doing really well, and I'm super proud of him. So he knows that he has me here if he needs me, for sure. As far as VJ is concerned, I mean, I'm just ecstatic. Not surprised. He's always been electric and really just a humble guy. And I was just talking to Buddy last night, and we were talking about VJ and how proud we are of him. So I expect him to just continue on. He just has, people that just has that it factor, and you could tell he plays with a lot of passion and pride for not only our country but also his family.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks,
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Sasha. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.